Assalamualaikum students, how are you all? I hope that you all are doing great. Welcome to your channel, Math D1 to Science P Academy. Today our lecture is related to chapter 5, which is related to quadratic equations, and I'm going to explain you question number 7. Okay students, your book is D2 Math, it's NSM2, and question number 7 of exercise 5B is a rectangular field 70 meter long and 50 meter wide is surrounded by a concrete path of uniform width. Given that the area of the path is 1024 meters square, find the width of the path. Okay, so let's start this question. I have drawn this figure. Okay, this is a rectangular field. Can you see this field? This is a rectangular field, and its length is 70 meter and width is 50 meter. So its length is this. This is the length. So this is 70 meter, and this is the width. So it's 50 meter. Okay, they are saying that it's surrounded by a concrete path. So this is a concrete path. Can you see it? Okay, it's surrounded by this. Okay, we can draw the dotted line like this to make it a complete picture. Now in the question it is given that the area of the path is 1024 meters square, find the width of the path. Now area of the path is given. Students, can you see this path? Now area of the path is given. So now we have to find out the width of the path. So students, as you can see that this is the whole area of the concrete part. This is rectangle, it is a rectangular field, and this is the whole. We can say that it's a concrete path. Okay, it's surrounded by a concrete path. It's concrete path, so its whole area is given. And they are saying that we have to find out the width of the path. So we do not know the width. So what we will do is we will assume that let width is x. So let width is x, and you can see that this is a square. So if this is a width, it means that, and they are saying that with a uniform width. Uniform width mean that it's equal. If this is x, so it's also x. All four sides are equal. Okay, width mean that uniform width mean that width is same as the length. Okay, all four sides are equal to all are same. Okay, all are same. So it means that if this is x, this is also x. In the same way, if this is x, this is also x. This is x and this is also x, and this is x and this is also x. Okay, we can write down the length and width of the rectangular part inside. Okay, now in this whole figure, this is a rectangular path, but this is a concrete path. Okay, okay, this rectangular field is surrounded by this path. So now we are having you can see that four squares. This is a square, this is a square, this is a square, and this is a square, and we are also having four rectangles. Can you see the rectangle from here? This is the rectangle. Can you see this rectangle? So we can give it a name A, and this is also a rectangle. We can give it a name B, and this is also a rectangle, and we can give it a name C, and this is also a rectangle, and we can give it a name D. As we have assumed that width is x. Now the area of this path is given. Area of this path is given. So we'll say that area of the path is equal to 1024 meters square. But students, in area of the path we are having four squares and we are having four rectangles. So now what we are going to do is, as you can see that if this is 50, so this is also 50. And if this is 70, this is also 70. This is also the length of the concrete path. Okay, and this is also the length of the concrete path, as you can see that. Okay, length and width of the concrete path. Okay, so in the area of the path we are having four squares and four rectangles. So now you know that what's the formula of the area of a rectangle, that is length multiplied by width. And what is the formula to find out the area of a square? That is x square. Okay, that is L square. So length is L, and here this is also L. Okay, so there are four squares. Four squares for 4, I will write on 4. And for squares, there are four squares, so I have written 4. Now what's the formula? The formula to find out the area of the square is, we will write down L multiplied by L. Okay, so there are four squares, so that's why I have written 4, and this is the formula L multiplied by L to find out the area of the square. Okay, now we are having four rectangles. So first for rectangle A, as you can see that this is length and this is width. this is the length of the rectangle and this is the width of the rectangle. Okay, so length is 70 and width is x. So we write down 70x. Now for B, this is the length and this is the width. So in B, the length is x and width is 50. So we can write down 50x. Now plus for C, this is the length and this is the width. Okay, so 70x I can write down like this. Okay, if this is 70, this is also 70. So this is the length and this is the width. So this is 70, this is also 70. So we can write down as 70x. Plus D part, this is the length and this is the width. Okay, so we can write down 50x. Alright, and they are equal to 1024. Okay, so now what we will do is 4L square. L is basically x. Length is basically x. So I can write, in place of x, I can write down x into x, length multiplied by width. So we'll get 4x here. Now these are all our like terms, x term, x term, x term, and these all four are the like terms. So we can add them. So I'm going to add it. 70 plus 50 plus 70 plus 50. 70 plus 50 plus 70 plus 50. So we'll get 240. So I'm having 240. X is equal to 1024. Okay, so as we have to find out the value of x, which is width, so we need to move this 1024 to this side so we can make a quadratic equation and we can factorize it. So here I'm going to move it to this side, so we'll get 4x here plus 240x minus 1024 is equal to 0. So this is our equation. Now we are going to factorize it. Okay, so this is the equation, 4x square plus 240x minus 1024. Okay, as you can see that all these three numbers are divisible by 4, so I can take 4 common. So let's take 4 common. Here it remains x square plus 4 6 are 24, 0x, 4 zeros are 0, and minus 4 2s are 8. And when I will divide 1024 with 4, I will get 256. So when you will divide 1024 with 4, you will get 256. Okay, so now we are having equation which is x square plus 60x minus 256 is equal to 0. When you will move this 4 to this side, it will be divided with 0, it will become 0. Okay, for the factorization, you have to multiply. Here the coefficient is 1. The first and the last number, when you multiply this 256 with 1, you will get 256. And the midterm is 60. Now you have to choose two factors that when you will multiply them, you will get 256. And when you will add or subtract, you get 60. Okay, so those two factors are 64 and I guess 64 and 4. When you multiply 64 and 4, you will get 256. And when you will subtract 4 from 60, you will get 256. And so you will get 60. So those two factors are 64 and 4 here. Alright, so now let's solve it. The two factors are 64 and 4. Write down the first term as it is. As I just remember that whenever you make the factors, the very first thing you have to remember that you have to write down this sign over here. Like this. Now the bigger factor and the other rule is you have to write down the bigger factor. The two rules are this sign should come here and the other rule is first you have to write down the bigger factor. So the bigger factor is 64, so write down 64x. And now you have to choose the other sign. As you want 60, so here it says plus sign. So the other sign should be minus because when you will subtract 4 from 64, you will get 60. Okay, the two factors are 64 and 4. So I have written two factors in place of this mid value. Now write down the last term as it is. Alright, so what's common in these two terms? As you can say that x, as you can see that x is common, so take x common. Now this is x here, so 1x is left. So you write down 1x. And as you have taken x common, so 64 is left. Now minus. What's common in these two terms? As you can see that 4 is common, so take 4 common. Alright, so x is left over here. And when you will divide 256 with 4, you will get 64 is equal to 0. Okay, now what's common in these two terms? As you can see that x, okay, as to remember that you have taken minus common, so the sign inside the bracket will be changed. This is minus, it will become plus. As you can see that x plus 64 is present in both terms, so you can take x plus 64 common. Now what's left inside it? Okay ji, we can see that from this term x is left and from this term 4 is left, is equal to 0. Okay, now you can make both terms equal to 0 like this. Alright, so here the value of x is minus 64, because when you will move 64 over here, it will be subtracted, and when you will move this 4 to this side, will be added in 0, so it will become 4. As you can see that we just have to consider the positive, because the width is in positive value, so it means that we have assumed that width is x, and which is equal to 4, okay, which is equal to 4 meter. Okay, so I hope that like this. Okay, so I hope that today's concept is clear to you, the practice of this sum, because when you will do the practice, then this concept will be more clear to you. Take very good care of yourself. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.